What being unemployed taught me about people. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
Topic is a very kind of funny topic to me because it just sounds so stupid when you say it out loud.
Sounds stupid.
What being unemployed taught me about the people around me. Now, this topic is a very kind of funny topic to me because it just...
Okay, first of all, is this guy unemployed? Is it legit unemployed? He got how many subscribers? Okay, 6K. He might be unemployed. Okay, sorry for doubting you.
Sounds so stupid when you say it out loud, but unfortunately, a very harsh reality is present in what I'm about to talk about. So, for those of you who don't know, haven't watched any of the other videos, during the October, like very start of October 2025 until like mid-November, maybe a little bit later, it was around 5 to 6 weeks.
Mid-November?
For 5 to 6 weeks, I was unemployed.
That's not very long. Come on, buddy.
Just to let you know, I got my first job at 14 years old. I have been
Oh, so how old are you now? 15?
employed at, I think what's been like maybe 6 jobs in my lifetime.
6 jobs? That is impressive. Actually, I've never been employed to. But I'm kind of always employed to because I drive Uber, right? So I'm in a weird situation. But I never feel like I really like need a lot of money because I always live very frugally. And I put a lot of like effort into pursue like content creation and streaming too. So I don't feel I feel very fulfilled in that sense.
Since I was 14.
No regret.
So as many years. I was only unemployed, not including the time before obviously I was able to get a job. But I've been unemployed for a grand total of like 5 or 6 weeks since I first got a job. And that was in 2025 October. That
2025 October?
wasn't when I was younger or this current moment. I was unemployed for a grand total of 5 to 6 weeks. Every other time in my life, I've had a job. And again, that doesn't mean that I was working.
Assume it's like 25, something like that. He's been employed for 10 years. Let me just assume that.
Like a full-time job, working a bunch of hours. Like I was definitely really lazy working when I was younger. I was probably barely scratching 10 hours a week.
Okay, guys. You guys know what it feels like to be unemployed when you don't have a job? For me, when I can't drive Uber, what does it feel like to be unemployed? I'm that kind of person who always don't care about how like the other people perceive of me. So I can live my own life. I kind of care a little bit, but I don't care it that much. It feels fun, right? Yeah, it feels fun. Yeah. Me too. I don't really care until reality truly set in and I kind of feel, hey, what is this sound? Oh, my stomach is growling. Guess I have to get a job. But that's about it. Then after I have no money, oh yeah, that's right. Your parent to pay for your meal. Oh, that's a good experience. My parent never pay for my meal. I never ask money from my parent, but I also never leave my parents' house. But I also try to help them in some sense, you know. And yeah, and do what I can, right? But I'm very lucky. My parents support my dream too. They kind of support and do not support too, but they love me. That's all I know. So I'm gonna retire then if I ever make it. So I hope I can do that. But it's I have to take care of myself first. Yeah, they're very loving. That's very wonderful. But there'll be some argument here and there, but that's normal, right? Imagine you're 31 years old and still living with your parent. In Chinese family, it's actually not that uncommon. But due to me like driving Uber and try to pursue this content creation stuff, and I have lower social status comparing to their peers that have son in similar age. This is why things can get messy. But I still try to hold my spirit and push forward. And here we go. And let's keep going.
During most of my school time. Like I was very lazy and I wasn't working that much. But the point is, I always had a job. I never didn't have a job. Moving forward, I got moved to a full-time position. Well, after obviously they offered it to me and I accepted it. So in
that's good.
March 20...
Some deep talk, yeah.
24.
No problem. Yeah.
Worked full-time for about a year and a half. On my birthday, or a little bit before that, I think it was. And then I quit. It was like 2 weeks notice. And then I'm
a deep person.
Quit. I was done. And for the first time in years, I was officially unemployed. True in the sense, I was still applying for jobs, but I didn't have anything lined up.
How do it?
True for the first time.
How did he lose his job?
And then I on my birthday for about a year and a half. Then I quit on my birthday.
Oh, he quit.
A little bit before that, I think it was. And then I quit with like 2 weeks notice. And then I quit. I was done. And for the first time in years, I was officially unemployed.
Officially unemployed?
True in the sense, I was still applying for jobs, but I didn't have anything lined up. I had a bank account to back it. I knew how much I needed to spend on my expenses. And I was just like, fuck it. I can't be here anymore. And I quit. In those 5 to 6 weeks,
you got some ball though.
That I was unemployed.
All right.
The most important thing I learned was how differently the world treats you when you don't have a job. And I
mean, nowadays it's not so bad. If you go unemployed and try to chase your own dream, right? Let's say you want to build a small business. Actually, there will be a lot of encouragement because we live in a more like an open society now where there's a lot of entrepreneurial, which is that's more entrepreneurial, and people are more accepting to people taking risks, right? Because our older generation, they are much richer. They can provide the cushion for the younger generation to go and do some risk taking and fall back. So a lot of people, they know about it, so they won't judge you that harshly if you're unemployed. But if you're old, so like you're 50, 60 years old, or 30 plus to 50, and you don't take care of yourself that much, and you suddenly get laid off, then people perceive it like differently. But if you tell people, oh, I'm starting a business, I think a lot of people would understand it. But it's still but if you just tell people, I got fired and I don't like the job, people will perceive you differently. There will be some negative things that come from that. I understand.
You're not. I was looking at people sideways.
So
after the reactions I was getting.
Okay, yep.
And it's not that leaving your job and not having a job lined up is a smart idea. It's not a smart idea. It's just a decision I made in the
Okay, what's this game actually?
Moment, because I was that unhappy and I knew I could do it based on my situation and resources. Big emphasis on that.
Yeah, this guy got some big ball. He quit his job. Take a leap of faith, though.
I had the resources, money, and ability to do that. I had the comfortability enough to do that. So don't just do it because you heard a random person on the internet say he did it. I did it knowing I could do it. But anyway.
Smart, bro.
When I did it, the first week it was chill. The second week, my dad's side, they obviously knew about it. The second week, when they picked up the phone to call me.
It's not about this gameplay.
I had never felt more judged when they picked up the phone to call me. I had never felt more judged in my entire life.
Oh God, when your parent call you, Jesus.
By them. And you know,
I think the Western world,
the type of people who don't.
Maybe you get more judged more harshly after you're like over 21 and you suddenly you're suddenly unemployed. In the Asian culture, they pamper the kid more. And this is a good and a bad thing too. That's more like man-child. I think I'm a man-child too, but I'm shameless. But no. Just kidding.
Who don't think the internet is real. These are the type of people who listen to AI
music. I think you have to be shameless to pursue your dream though. You have to go music
because they think it's real. Like this is the type of the generation of age we're talking about.
You know, balance things.
For them to not only obviously not believe in anything to do with online careers, for them to hear I was unemployed, it was like starting World War III. They would not let it go for the life of them. And I don't live with them. I don't talk to them. I don't see them too much. But just the amount of negativity and backlash and, your
parents just like keep nagging. Yeah. And one thing about the parent is so freaked out when their kids is unemployed, right? Is the parent, they constantly like to compare their son amongst their peers group. And if their son is unemployed, that means their social status drop too. This is why, this is the nasty part of human nature sometimes. They'll use their son and their daughter as trophy to compare and just That's how they rank their social status based on. Because after you grow to a certain age, it's not about how much money you make anymore. Because you're too old, you have no potential, you're ready to die and stuff, right? And and just kidding. It's about how much your son can make. Is your son a software engineer?
Judgment I got from them was just astounding. It really made me realize how people look at certain people in society. And this is my family. This isn't like some random Joe off the street who I don't really...
Yeah, your son being unemployed is like you losing social status. So fundamentally, of course you want your son to get a job and you want him to do well. But what if he don't really enjoy the job, or he just want to take a break for some time? Can you take that? Can you take that? Will you put yourself first, or your social status first, or you put your son first? That's the thing, right? Yep. That's a difficult question to ask.
Really know. This is like people I've known for years.
Yeah, well, I'm getting deep, bro.
Them to be so judgmental and so just like you're worthless, pretty much.
All right, he's saying that his old friend, the one he knows for a year, is starting to perceive him like differently because he's losing his job.
Because I didn't have a job. It just like dumbfounded me. I just couldn't believe it. And they're
okay. I always like dumbfounded is one of my favorite word ever. So
they're very like university college orientated. So is my other
university college orientated. All right, sure.
Other parents' side as well. But just to hear it so like blatantly thrown in my face was just something I didn't expect. It's not that I thought they would be overly joyed about me being unemployed, even if it was for such a small amount of time. But you just wouldn't expect to get that reaction from your own family, especially they knew how much I'd saved, how long I had worked for in my life, and obviously what I was doing. It's not like I was just not working, not studying, doing nothing.
Okay, actually I can sense his frustration when you're deep inside the he says he's very like college and like how would I say it? Like college are oriented, something like that. Their family is probably there's a lot of white collar in their family too. So they're deep into the system in some sense, right? They are just normal people. So it's a big thing if their son suddenly unemployed.
My life being a degenerate. Like I was actually doing things and working towards things outside of the job. But they just completely ignored all that and just thought I was just some homeless guy on the street living off drug money or some shit like that.
You're making YouTube video. And they do not like that. That's normal. My mother don't support me actually do this like streaming stuff too. And YouTube too. But it's fine. He's old now. So yeah.
And that was just one side of the coin. That wasn't anybody else. That was the first example. Now,
thank you.
Fast forward.
Thank you.
You know, I'm enjoying my leisure time. You know, I'm waking up a little bit later, getting my sleep-ins, going to the gym. Next thing was the friends. When obviously they heard...
If I'm employed, right? Fuck, I wouldn't go to the gym. Come on, man. I would just finish all the Resident Evil and God of War sequel. I'll be like Elden Ring, like Red Dead Redemption and stuff. Just kidding. And I mean, I'm gonna do all the fun shit that I want to if I'm unemployed, right? Come on, let's get away from the 9 to 5 torture.
That I'd left. They were they're obviously supportive. But they were also quite judgmental.
I'm good. What's up, Slap Taker? Welcome.
They were like, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you gonna like? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" And I could just feel the tone change in some of them. And it's like some of them I still talk.
Why are you doing that? Are you gonna be a degenerate? And you already started to bring shame and dishonor into our family, and you better get your shit together. Yep, I'll find you a job. Do you need an introduction to Sarah? He's a HR recruiter. I mean, he's a recruiter. So, yep.
Some of them I don't talk to at all. And looking back, maybe this is what started that downhill spiral of our relationship. Maybe could have been them thinking my life is going in the gutter for not having a job for a grand total again of 5 weeks. I'm going to keep emphasizing this because I just think it's that crazy. But I could feel the tone shift. I could feel the judgment. I could feel the kind of like, oh, what are you doing in life type of thing. And it was just a very unpleasant feeling. Because obviously I pride myself in trying to keep myself to a certain standard, as most of us do. But really looking back, and
He still haven't tell us what he's working on when he's unemployed. I'm guessing probably building his YouTube channel, and he got 6,000 subscribers now. That's a lot of people. So yeah, it's okay to admit that you quit your job to focus on YouTube, and I think that's a beautiful dream. But you gotta watch your cash flow and your saving too. That's the most important thing.
and seeing how this all unfolded, it's really hard for me to not look at it as people just looking down on me.
People just
From
looking down.
All age demographics. Because as much as I love my family, like,
Yeah.
that's not the type of way you should be talking to your kid. Like, that's not how you should be treating them when you're in the process of experiencing life, especially at the young age I'm at. Like, I'm not an old guy.
He's like less than 25, I suppose.
I know some of you might think I have wisdom beyond my years, but I'm not that old of an adult. Like, I'm still in my early 20s, right? But
What? He sounds kind of old.
the fact that, like,
Early 20s, damn.
this is the first time ever that I left a job.
He young.
It just kind of baffled me at their reaction, especially with the friends too, given that they were also unemployed for quite a while as well. So for them to be so judgmental, it just kind of threw me for a loop, because it was just like, bro, like, what are you talking about? You were in this situation too. But like, it was always like backhanded comments. It was always like side reactions. It was always like, there's another meaning here.
I guess he haven't experienced life enough, but I think it's a horrible thing to say. He's a super young person, like early 20s.
not being said. And that's the way it felt with.
And it is how it is. Like, people treat you differently when you don't have money, or you just have a lower social status than them. And it's just how adults world works. It's all about the real world, right? Everything is a very transactional. Even if you are with your close one too, you have to provide to your close family. And you have to do your duty and role as a man too. Yeah. So it is what it is. That's especially a man, right?
A lot of them, despite obviously a lot of hands-on, first-hand criticism, there was.
If you stop doing it, if you stop providing value to people, and people will just treat you different. This is why I don't have a lot of friends. I have only like one close friend, and I'm very happy, So
also a lot of backhanded criticism. A lot of like, why you say
it's very messy to kind of like navigate the adult friendship stuff. Do you guys feel the same way? Like, having friends as adult is truly hard though, because when you're adult, when you're over 21 or over 25 in general, it's time to build a family. Or if you don't want to build a family, you can find like 1-2 close friends and have fun sometime, and that'll be good. That'll be good, right? And you don't have to have so many friends, and it's a drain to your mental and your energy. And as you get older, you don't have so much energy. Your priority gets straighter, and you eliminate the stuff that you think is not important quicker and quicker. My BFF, marry my BFF. We talk. Shit. I haven't even talked to him that much recently. Jesus, maybe I need to find a new BFF though. Oh man, yeah. I'm very picky when it comes to friends too. That's why it's very hard for me to make friends. I'm a very like transactional person too, in some sense. So wow, it's a horrible thing. Yeah, but doesn't mean that I don't value love that much, right? But I would think that I'm very busy, so I feel I'm very selfish though. Yeah, if I don't change this mentality, it will be hard for me to make more friends. So far,
and that, you know what I mean? And that's what I kind of learned about being unemployed, is just how the world,
because I work all the time,
treats you when they know that information. It's like they look down on you. They look at you as like you're some burden and disappointment because you don't have a job. And it made me think about all the people who are struggling to get jobs in our current society. All the young adults, people in the workforce, people who may not have the resume or the ability to get even a simple job because it's just other people coming in or whatever's happening. And it made me think like, damn, what are these people dealing with? Because I can only imagine how these people would feel coming from debt from their degrees, not able to financially support themselves. The people around them probably making sly comments and judging them for not working when they don't even have a choice to be working. Like, it just really made me think about what are other people dealing with when it comes to this.
Yeah, the government should help with that, right?
Because if I'm being ostracized so much for just choosing to be unemployed for a temporary time,
they should help the person who is trying to.
What about the people
who is trying? But another thing about this is, if you're truly trying, you don't really need help from other people. So that's this weird like dichotomy. And if you don't try, it doesn't matter. The help doesn't really matter. So the help is like a redundant too. It's kind of redundant too. But I guess some help is better than no help too.
Unemployed without choice.
That's my take.
Who may be a quote unquote unemployed failure for longer than someone like me or whoever else is in my situation. It truly made me like think like, damn, bro, like, when did it get so bad? And it's just something that I've been,
bro, this is a very emo video,
thinking about a lot recently. And I know a lot of people will say it doesn't matter what people say, you know, you got to do what you love doing and do what's right for you.
Yeah, that's a sound advice until you need to make money.
But it's not that it's got me down in a mood or anything, or it had me feeling so upset. Obviously, you know, I've been.
Unfortunately, life is about people. Yeah. If I only stream because I enjoy streaming, right? Nobody will watch it, and nobody will enjoy it because I'm selfish, right? I only care about myself. I don't care about what I want to play, and I don't care. Unfortunately, if you want to grow, that's not the way. I don't think so.
My new job now for like what?
Life is about people, fundamentally. Life is about people. It's not about you. When you're a kid, right, when you're a teenager, you're very emo and stuff. You're very emotional. You have a lot of impulsive behavior. You think everything is about you. It's about me. Especially if you're a pretty girl. Wow. Yeah, the ego you're gonna get is gonna be so high, bro. But you kind of deserve to have high ego too, because like every guy is lining up to kind of like want to chase you, is trying to like bang you and stuff, right? So you know, yeah. But why am I talking about that? Let's get back to the video.
6 or 7 months, no pun intended.
As you go older, you will know like life is about people,
and like everything resumed normally. And a funny thing as well, during that time, I did things like getting my license, getting these certain things done, and it was crickets for people who would judge so heavily on the things I hadn't done. As soon as I'd done them, it was just like, oh, cool, that was it. So these people who would ostracize and push me down and tell me that I needed to do all these things to be successful or to have this or to be normal or whatever, once those things were done, they had nothing to say. There was no congratulations or you find that it was just crickets.
They would just expect you to have all of this because you are just a normal functioning adult. They expect it. They expect that.
Which means, did they truly even care in the first place? Or do they just want to have a reason to be angry? And that's what I think a lot of our reactions to this should be. It's not that there should be some negative response you should give. It should just be like, all right, I heard you, cool, move on. Because ultimately, you know, you can't change people's opinions. People will always think what they want to think. If people think
what is this game? Dark Soul 3?
You're a failure because you're temporarily unemployed or you're unemployed by force, it is what it is. You can't force people to believe you're not just because you have the credentials. If you know that you're not, you know your situation, you know
you can't force people to believe you're not just because you have the credential.
You're heading. That's good enough.
Why care, bro? Like, people is gonna say all kinds of things.
Like, you can accept.
In the end, you will realize that nobody really care besides your parents that truly care about you. But even sometimes, if you're truly being a degenerate, even sometimes your parent will not care about
that internally. If you can accept and you know that this is not going to be forever, and you really do know that, and you know that I'm not going to be in this spot for the next few months, like I'll figure it out, then why, you know, belittle yourself just because the people around you tell you that, oh, because you don't have this, you're lesser than me. Like, this is the stupidest thing ever. And it's something I had to learn a lot over the last few months, is accepting that, alright, these people are just...
What the fuck? He get killed by the rat? What?
You know, they're just ranting and rambling and probably coming from their own insecurities or beliefs. It's probably not how they truly feel about me.
This is really ass in this game, though. Jesus.
specifically the
They
individual.
deserve to get fired.
It's more a reflection of how they look at those types of people. But at the end of the day, it could also just be people showing that they care for you in their own weird, twisted way, despite me not agreeing with that sentiment at all. I guess it could be that too. But I mean, look, all I could say is if
Good rant.
you're unemployed, just get a job, bro. You know, if you're homeless, just get a house. Because that's just the logic that
Yep. Easy.
people want to live by these days.
Yep. If you get an AI girlfriend, just get a real hard one. It's not that hard.
But in all seriousness, look, just trust yourself, trust your
If
situation.
you are dumb, just become a astrophysicist. Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's not rocket science. Yeah.
Give yourself some time, some breathing room. And again, not all criticism or all things said to you by adults or people older than you or people who claim to know more about you than XYZ is always correct. You know, there's room for human error. There's room for people to make mistakes. And there's room for you as a person to grow and learn things. So even if there's periods that may look a little bit darker than others, it's okay. You can be unemployed in your mum's basement. It's fine.
Just become a horror log is what?
Forever.
What the fuck is that?
It's okay. You can be unemployed in your mum's basement. It's fine. Just not
Horologist. I don't even know what's that. I'm lazy to Google that.
forever. As long as you're working towards getting out of that situation, then that's a start. You know what they say,
If you're a bum, just keep being that. It's cool.
to get to a dream or to achieve a dream, you have to start by starting it. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.
Good shit. Is it Minecraft music? Cool. Nice pic. Nice. Beautiful pic. Beautiful video. Very emotional. So many judges around and not a single law degree. That's a corny joke, but let me thumbs up. Everybody hate working and studying, and when they hear someone not going through the same, their jealousy make them hostile. Oh, yeah.